Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Today's video is all about my one true love, aka me. It's also about how you can be your own life's one true love. So it's this idea that I'm the only constant person in my life, the only forever person in my life, the main character. It's also this idea that loving myself deeply is the only way I can love another person deeply. But unfortunately, growing up, we've always been sort of told that it is selfish to prioritize ourselves, to take care of ourselves, to put our needs before others. And so self-love doesn't come naturally to us. It's a process that we have to learn and master. Of course, it's an ongoing process. It doesn't have an end because we are constantly evolving. And so our love towards ourselves needs to evolve too in order to meet up with the changing dynamics of our personality and our needs. It's also a priority irrespective of your relationship status or any external situation because it helps to understand oneself fully. It helps in developing self-confidence and self-esteem. And we'll never settle for anything less than what we're worth. Loving ourselves also shows others how to love us so that we can feel fulfilled and happy. It also results in better relationships with people in our life because we're extremely self-aware. We know what our values are, we know what we bring to the table, and so when you're in a connection with somebody who's a match to you, the vibes are just immaculate. And the idea of loving ourselves really comes down to meeting our own needs first, accepting everything as it is, and then moving a step forward and loving yourself and every bit of you unconditionally. It's understanding that you're enough in your own life, meeting your own needs first, prioritizing them so you're not dependent on other people to fulfill you, to satisfy you, to make you happy. You're just grateful for the love and support when it comes to you, but at the end of the day, you know that you've got your back. Now, that does not sound like an easy task because it's not. It takes a lot of time, a lot of patience, a lot of commitment to get to the point of at least not saying bad things about yourself. But there are two approaches that you can take to practice self-love in your everyday life. The two ways to loving yourself is either through giving yourself tough love or gentle love. So that was tough love. It's giving yourself the discipline, it's pushing yourself to grow and become better in a safe, non-judgmental space. It's the idea that because you love yourself, you want to become a better person, you want to keep evolving every single day. It's doing things even when they're uncomfortable. It's putting yourself out of your comfort zone so that growth can happen. This can be pushing yourself to go out alone through learning new skills, making new habits. Tough love is gaining confidence in who you are while also striving to become the best version of yourself. It's not about perfection, it's being consistent in showing up for ourselves. The other approach is the gentle love approach. It's all about treating yourself, doing nice things for yourself, just taking it really slowly and being gentle on yourself. This can look like taking yourself on dates, looking nice, feeling nice, indulging in hobbies, journaling, meditating. It's all about doing things that bring joy, peace, and clarity to life. Through gentle love, we remind ourselves that we have nothing to prove to anyone and that we're enough and deeply loved just by being here. When to do what? When do we take the gentle approach? When do we take the tough love approach? Honestly, the more you keep doing it, it will instinctually come to you. The better you get to know yourself, you'll understand what you need in that moment of time. But as a beginner, I'd say if you're feeling stuck, if you feel that life has become stagnant, you feel unmotivated, and you have like all this energy within, but you just don't know what's the outlet to it, then I would say tough love is the way to go. It will create the momentum. It will help channel all that energy into a direction. Of course, you have to push yourself to do it. That's the whole point of that loving discipline, but it will help you in feeling good soon and put you in that action mode. Now, on the other hand, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you just have a lot of thoughts in your head, if you just in your feels a little too much and you don't have a lot of energy, you feel drained, then the gentle approach is the one for you. Treating yourself, taking care of yourself, doing nice things for yourself, indulging in more calming, peaceful activities will help you regulate your nervous system and bring you back to a place of feeling safe and feeling secure and feeling okay. Of course, you don't pick one approach and you just stick to it and do it for the rest of your life. You might have to indulge in both the approaches in just a single day, depending on how you're feeling, depending on how your mood is, how your body is feeling. Whatever approach you're taking, the point really comes down to accepting yourself completely and understanding that you don't have to change anything about you just because somebody has said so or because you have been made to feel that way. Change is important, growth is important, but you have to figure out why are you changing what you want to change about yourself. Is this something something that's healthy? Is it something that's going to help you in life in the long run? Or is it simply because you do not feel good enough? Or because some people on the internet are saying that the other thing is better than what you have? It's important to remember that we're all only human and we are very limited in that sense. There's only a few boxes that we can fit into. There's only a few boxes that we can tick. We live in a world where trends keep coming and going, and some things are in and they're hyped while other things fall to the side. But how many times can we change ourselves to fit in? How many days can we spend hating certain parts of us, physical or otherwise, just because they do not resemble some people on TikTok? Unfortunately, sometimes even a whole life, that really is no way to live. And we don't even do it consciously. It's just we look at some things and we look at them over and over again, and it just becomes a subconscious pattern wherein we're constantly picking ourselves apart and we don't even know that we're doing that to ourselves. It took me so long, so many years to come to the point of realization of how unhappy I am with so many things about myself. And it's a result of years and years of conditioning from society, from the people outside, from media. When it goes way back, it obviously requires a lot of strength to keep challenging my own beliefs that I hold about myself and to actively change them. And of course, it's not a linear process. There are so many times that I wanted to give up. There were so many times I slipped back into the patterns of analyzing myself in the mirror and wishing I was taller, or wishing I was skinnier, or wishing my hair was different or my skin was different. But I think no matter how many times you slip back, it's worth it in the end if you keep persisting. And I'm sure if you keep at it, before you know it, it would become your second nature to just say good things about yourself and feel those things actually, and not just say them for the sake of saying them. So if you're struggling to feel good about yourself, or realizing just how smart, how cute, how funny, how beautiful, unique, precious you are, then don't worry, you're not alone. I know what that feels like, but I also do know how rewarding it can be to start building a healthier, a more loving relationship with yourself, to see how much life can actually change and the opportunities you get can change and the people that you bring into your life can change when you just change the narrative surrounding the things you say about yourself or the things you feel about yourself. So trust me on this and take a leap today. It won't be easy. It probably will feel really lonely sometimes to just be on your own and do all these things on your own. You might want to cry and wish that there was somebody who could just come into your life and change all these things about you and love you instead. But I promise, if you keep persisting long enough, you'll see for sure that you've always been enough, and everything and everyone is just complementary to this experience. Of course, this is not to undermine relationships and having these good connections with people in your life. We are social beings. We are not meant to thrive alone, but to get to that point, to get to the point where you can have all these aligning experiences in your life, you have to work on your own first. You have to understand yourself first, and you have to truly love yourself first. So start getting to know yourself, accept yourself, and change the things that you genuinely want to change because they just don't make you feel good at all. But don't do it because you think you need to do those things in order to feel love and to deserve love. You can always give yourself that unconditional love. Others will come into your life and you can experience that with them eventually, but it starts with you. So I hope from today, every single day you wake up and you have these amazing things that you have to say about yourself and that you truly believe them. I hope this video helped in some way, and good luck with everything.